Okay. It looks like we are Velkoz versus Cassiopeia. She has Ignite and Phase Rush to our TP Comet. Decent. More of a skills-oriented matchup. She gets inside, it can be kind of difficult. Okay, we instantly go out and guard the tower, just like I thought we would. Oh, we actually move over this time. What do you know? Okay. I'm gonna do something. It's for coaching purposes. What the fuck? I have 2 cameras on here? Ooh, I do not love myself that much. Okay. Dear God, you guys gonna have a jungler this game? Okay, so already opened Q. She started Steel and 3 pots. You've been seeing this break out a lot at higher elo. I don't really agree with it here. I think that her early game farm, I don't know. She's not auto attack reliant, but it's gonna be difficult for her to sustain mana with it. You might have thrown that a little early. Positioning in lane's nice. Okay, so you need to be throwing that, right? Alright, so this is the point, right? Hang on, let me see. This is the point where you're looking at, like, the minion health bar actually being low enough. Fuck you. I select the other one. Actually being low enough for you to capitalize on, right? So the whole point here being that she has to position in basically this pocket to be able to kill this minion, right? Chaka. I know I'm getting like super fucking animated with this, right? Okay, so in order to kill this minion, she has to be centered in this pocket because the distance here behind this minion in this pocket is too far away. She doesn't have the range on E. She doesn't have the range on auto attack. This amount of health, specifically, right here, is her execution range. She can auto and E that and kill the minion. That's when you want to throw the Q in order to force her off. She wants to trade on you when you go for stuff like this. Because by you killing this minion, you're forced to either take the damage or trade the minion off. And this is where you get into the high elo dance of like, I'm going to go for the minion, and then they walk up to punish you for it, and you don't back off, and they don't have to punish you for it, but you still miss the minion anyways because you thought that they were going to make you get punished, and they thought that you were just going to back off if they walked up and didn't throw any mana anyways. And so they ended up getting the trade for free off the one minion. And it's just like a slow progression of one minion, one minion, one minion that makes you win this. Should you hold Q until this point when you recognize that this minion is within execution range of her auto attack E, which is actually kind of strong for an early game control mage, and quite monolith at that, that's when you want to throw the Q. So you wait for the minion to be here, okay? And then you throw Q like this, right? You throw it here, and then obviously the spread comes off. Like it's much longer than this, but you get the point. But actually, you want to throw it here, right? And like, there's a huge difference between. So the difference between this line, the difference between the red line and the black line is her character animation, right? So if you take into account the fact that the Cassiopeia character animation, or the model, the avatar, its base actually looks something similar to this, right? Like the tail and the head and all that, that's not really what you're concerned with. You're concerned with that, and it might actually be even more like this. the relatively small character animation. So even if we take this base model and we move it like as close to the minion as we possibly can, then the lines that we just marked that come out, it's going to hit perfectly, right? By throwing it in the middle of this pocket, because the pocket that you're concerned with is right here, the pocket that she's positioning in to try to kill the minion. Okay? If we cut off this pocket, then all she's left with is either this pocket, or any like arbitrary pocket over here, which is out of range. Like all of this is out of range. This is out of range. This is out of range. These are really bad pockets. Actually, I'll clean that up a bit. So if you do that, the pockets that you're forcing her into look like this. They look like this. And these pockets are like roughly to be considered the same size as her base character's animation model. And I'm pointing this out so much because this is huge as you start to climb into plat. And we've addressed a lot of your other problems that you have in lane. So I'm starting to address the new ones now as they pop up and as I see them. Like, I didn't coach you on this before because you had so many other problems that needed coaching. Like this is like a secondary thing. But now that you see this, it's more important that you understand it. Okay? So these are the pockets that you forced her into when you throw Q in this manner and at this time. When the minion is in execution range, the way that she has positioned herself within this pocket, if you throw Q here and detonate it right there, basically the end of its range, you've effectively cut this pocket in half. This circle represents the base model of her if she moved as close to the minion as she possibly could without being blocked. Even if she does, your Q animation is still going to hit her. So she's forced out into one of three pockets, right? She's forced out into the top pocket, which I've labeled as red because it's out of range for the auto attack E animation for the minion kill. The bottom pocket here, which is roughly the same amount of distance, and it's like debatable depending on where she positions that pocket, most likely also out of range. So these are both no-goes because she can't actually secure the minion. Okay, so this Q it's designed for her to either take the damage and thus give you a health lead in lane, but a mana deficiency, or for her to submit the CS and you gain a CS lead in lane for a mana deficiency, which is completely worth it because we have TP and that's what we want to be. The only remaining pocket that is debatably up for grabs is this pocket here. And this is like the skill pocket, right? Like, I don't even know like what to label this because if she thinks that you're throwing Q here and that you're going to detonate it late, she may move into this pocket. Like, she very well may move here, okay? But that's only if she thinks that you're going to detonate at the far side and she recognizes that this pocket is off limits and that this pocket is off limits. She will not recognize that at this elo. And she will not make this skill move. This skill move right here is the entire difference because you could detonate here along this green line and effectively cut this pocket in half as well, thus ensuring that she can't get to this minion either. And that's where the skill comes in. That's where the mental mind game comes in. Okay, I'm thinking about it from Cassiopeia's point, right? If I stay in the current pocket that I am, I'm first of all too far away to get the minion. I cannot get the minion. I have to move out, or at least into the bottom side of this pocket to where I can effectively kill the minion. He's throwing Q. He sees that I'm staying in this pocket. He wants to cut this pocket in half. Specifically this black line, because even if she hugs close enough to the minion, even if I hug close enough to the minion, he's still going to hit me. I can't go to the top side pocket because that's too far out of range. I can't go to the bottom side pocket. That's too far out of range. He's using Q to cut me off. The only place that I can go is here or here. This is a death sentence for plat players that don't understand zone control. And for Velkoz, who's an AoE zone control mage, you need to understand these mental mind games and how they come to play this fuckery in lane. So, yeah, this is the money zone, right? This is what we're trying to force her into. This is the default. Okay, the black line's the default. If you see her moving into the green pocket, then you can detonate early and force her off. And that becomes a mind game as well because she could potentially back up into the pocket that she's in now and make the play again. But at least you're playing the mental mind game and you're trying to force her off with the kit in the way that it's supposed to be utilized. And this later doesn't become an issue because this pocket's now a death sentence. If she moves into this at like level 4, level 3, you have E, and she's taking way too much damage for a minion trade. But it's a problem right now because all you have is Q. So, there's that. Okay. Nice. She steps up to this really bad, but okay. Yeah, I want to see your ward set a little sooner. So, this entire time for like the past 25 seconds or so, we've been playing up in topside pocket, and it's all like off limits. Like all of this. How am I doing this? Yeah. Everything from, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. Much simpler. Everything from this line up is off limits. Much more simple. Yeah. All of this is off limits now. Since 2:30ish. Boom. This is all off limits. The only place you can be right now is here in bot side. We do this because Ka is topside. Okay? At 2:35, like this is what should be registering like in your mind. Okay? Like this like red zones and green zones and zones where we can zone them off and zones where we have to play in accordance where our vision is and where our jungler is. You have to be constantly thinking about zone control, zone control, zone control when you play mid lane. It's just series of reds and greens and like mental flashes, whatever mentally stimulates you to know where you should and should not be positioning in the lane at what time. Yeah, see, it's like about 30 seconds too late. I mean, by the time it comes out, Kha'Zix is already ganked off. He very well could have just come mid with your positioning, which I don't know why he didn't. I really wish you would have got punished for that. Just shove this wave and back with TP. It's the whole reason why we recommend we take TP now. Nice, good. It's a fucking perfect back for TP. And we decide to stay with 80 mana. Dear God. This is the whole reason you take TP. Yeah, have a huge advantage in lane right now. You just back a TP, she's going to shove it, and then you're not going to miss anything. Even if she doesn't shove it, it's still shoving towards you. That was interesting. Yeah, I want to see you have TP back already. No, dear God, don't tell me you leave Caddy for this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. It's really good. You guys are now even on CS. Hilariously enough. So you have two options here. Now you can come out with TP. Instant clear the wave. Punish her, expel all of your health and mana on a trade. then instantly TP back to the lane and win it because she has no health or mana. Or you can hold on to TP and wait till you're at a disadvantage and TP back to mid with an advantage. That's why TP is possibly the strongest summoner spell in mid lane. Again, you're throwing Q to zone her off of nothing. She takes no punishment if she dodges the Q. I also do this. I think it's very annoying. Wow, that Cassio is bad, dude. You would never get away with that on a better Cassio. I like your positioning in lane. So, this is something you should be looking for. Ult her, ult her, ult her. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, wow. Is that real life? It's hilarious. So, this is a topic of controversy that I don't really agree with. A lot of players, a lot of jungle mains will tell you as a mid laner that if the jungler should be playing on bot side of the map because you just saw him on top, then you should play on top side of the lane with ward on the bot side. So that's to say, like, Kha'Zix should have been bot side of the map there. You should play top side of the lane with your ward here. To me, like, I want you to be aware that that is what's discussed at higher elos, but I don't think that in your elo it's applicable, or even my elo that it's applicable. I think if you're going to play like this, it's still very applicable, probably the most beneficial for you to ward like this. Ward, I don't like having my back to Fog of War. I don't recommend that you do either. You expel all your mana, take maybe a disadvantageous trade, whatever, and then back and TP to lane. Yeah, nice. You can steal back, you're fine. You have TP. Oh my god. She baited you into saying. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. You need to back and buy. You're... God, sitting on how much? You're sitting on 1,300 gold. She's sitting on 660. You're sitting on 1,330. You're only 500 gold ahead of her. And you're sitting on 600, 700 more gold than she is almost. 650 more gold. So you actually put yourself at a 100 gold disadvantage by staying in lane. Now I'm really glad they punished you for it too. That's how we learn from it, I guess. I like that you TP back to get the minion wave, but this is honestly the most least effective form of TPing that you can possibly do, is to, like, save minion aggro from crashing into your lane. At least doing decently on CS. We're ahead because they're monkeys. Could be a problem. Okay. Got top side warded. We see Ka coming down. And we're way too far up in the lane. Okay. Yeah. This shouldn't have had to happen. We should have had to flash. We saw him pass through 2 wards. Get a little more map awareness. Ult her. Yeah, just straight up ult her. Fucking gorgeous. Yes. Yes, that's exactly why we play Velkoz. Really glad you're able to recognize that. Like, obviously, I'm just mostly pointing out your deficiencies, but there are things that you're doing really well, like that specifically. Yeah, we probably didn't have to back off this far. That's fine. Especially with the pink here, you could have just recalled on the pink. You get so hung up with CSing that you don't realize how much of a deficit you're putting yourself at. You're 1,100 gold over her, and you're sitting on 12 of it. She's sitting on 5 of it, so you're sitting on 700 more gold than her. Roughly. You're taking an entire kill off yourself by doing this every time you do this. Yeah, you should have backed here though. Like, the lack of vision thing is good, but you need to start backing more when you have like 1K. Because 1K in laning phase is huge. It's a fucking win. I mean, unless you're trying to wait out TP, but how long do you have on TP? You still got a minute and a half on TP. You can back, like instantly clear this, back, come out, back again, or whatever. And then just TP back to lane after you've expelled all your health and mana. I would probably have ulted her off of this, to be honest. Wow, nice. Good. You're starting to think. I like it. You gain priority, you're ulting for denial instead of execution. Like, although you got the kill, I don't think you were really expecting the kill. And I don't think you should have been expecting the kill. I think it wasn't about getting the kill. It was about denying her the XP from the wave. Dear God. We just love to just never back. Never. Just never back. Jesus Christ. Like, we saw them passing up through bot side river, through bot side Trebush ward. There's no reason we should have died here. Okay, now we have TP. The way that I want to see you use this is as soon as your ult comes up in about 20 seconds, I want you to clear. Okay, and as soon as your ult comes up in about 20 seconds, you just do the best to blow her out of the water, expel all your mana, clear the wave, and take the health advantage and come back to lane with TP. Jesus. Do we not see the pink? More important things happening. Well played. Nice mechanics. Oh. Ow, Jesus. Oh. Nasty. That was good overall. I wanted to see you press mid a little more before you did that. It's not bad. Here you should just back and TP to mid. If you need a TP. Looks like Zhen's pressing it. When did this happen? Am I missing something? Ah, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Makes sense. Okay, so... back? Walking back? I don't know why we walked this far back. Yeah, this is you trying to carry your team versus Kozik's trying to carry his team. Looks like top trade ults. No, okay. They trade lives though, either way. Yeah, see, Cassiopeia didn't go row, which is kind of the new rage. I don't know. I don't really agree with it based off the amount of mana she expends, based off of how squishy she is. I understand like how valuable it is on her and how much it benefits her, how much damage she pumps out because of it, but I don't really think it's worth it. Yeah, I'm, honestly, like, I would be more concerned with pressing for Infernal at this point. Oh my god. We had vision, why weren't we pulling over ult? Very interesting. Wow, okay. Really interesting. You should have gone a lot worse than it did. Okay, so back in TP? No, we die. Okay. You, like, I recommended that you take TP so that you would actually use TP. I don't necessarily know of any recommendation that I can give you that if you don't use it, it will work. Like, simply taking TP in games will not win you TP. Yeah, I was wondering when first tower came in. I didn't see it go down. You were bot lane. I was focused on that. Yeah, I was. If you take TP, you actually have to use TP. If you're never using it, using TP once in a 17-minute game is really, I don't know, twice. Yeah, here we go, twice. And a 17-minute game is no. It's free health and mana in lane. It's free health and mana. Like, think about that way. If you could press a button and get all of your health and mana back in lane in like 5 seconds, would you? Like 10 seconds? If so, then you need to be TPing back to tower more when you're low on health and mana. Yeah. This is more or less fine. This is more or less the way it should go. So we're just staying relevant on CS, letting our team catch up. And now they've actually passed theirs, and Kaw's probably going to follow pretty hard as soon as you go to Zhonya's. Which I want to see you get this game. Either as soon as you finish Leandri's or before you finish Leandri's. Their team is just way too bursty, combo ult heavy for you not to. Oh my god. The whiff. You should be going out to get blue right now. That's very interesting. Yep. And Azonia's, granted, does make all this a lot easier. It won't change the fact that they're inting, but it does make it all a lot easier. Yeah, so I wanted you, either before you finish the Andres or after you finish the Andres, I want to see Azonia's, because with the bursty, like, ult / engage heavy team comp like they have, it's going to benefit you a lot more than any other item in the game. Like, Rylai's is nice, but the extra health is nice, you know, just like the extra health on Leandri's is nice too, but it's not going to save you from an all-in. And it's really not going to save you if Caw, for God's sakes, some reason catches you out alone. Wow. Interesting. This game is going to turn really hard, really fast. It froze right as you cast ult in the team fight. Yeah. All I'm saying is that it would have been nice if you started building towards Azonia's after Leandri's. I'm just curious to see what you're going to build. Debatably before the Leandri's, since Malphite doesn't have that much MR yet. You did? Okay, nice. Good. I dare say it should have taken precedence over Leandri's. Like, you're pretty far ahead. You wouldn't have lost much of a spike. Nice. I like how you're playing within your team and zoning around them, zoning others off. Yep. I would like to see that ult come out a little sooner. That's huge. Because if that ult comes out a little sooner, Ez is dead, and you guys can take the next drag for free. Oh Jesus! Nice. Yeah. Ez being dead here is the difference between getting dragon or not. Well, that cuck heavy exhaust, that was awful. I like how you left her though. No reason to be stupid and follow. Yeah? Okay, good. I'd like to see you get the active portion first. Because, like, we're not taking Zonia's for the armor. We're not taking Zonia's for the AP. There are plenty of other items that do that better than Zonia's. We're taking Zonia's for the active. Yeah, come out. It should just be clear, clear, clear. The dragons in this elo are just so free, easy, cheesy. Kills me. Here's kind of interesting. Like, I don't like to see placed in the solo lane with the ADC at any point, anyways. And then you can see on the map, like I legitimately just looked on the map, like flashed my eyes as you walked into the solo lane with the ADC to absorb the XP or split the XP and gold. It's you ended up getting all the gold anyways. I flashed my eyes over to the map and noticed that top lane was kind of starting to stagnate out. And it's just getting rather large, and it's going to push towards you guys with GP on bot. It kind of turns into a big deal because he has TP. Most likely Jhin isn't going to reset top, and you don't want to have to force GP to either back off a bot lane, which tier 2 tower is huge, and then recall and go out to top and sacrifice the priority you have on bot, and thus the priority you would have on taking the tower and getting Baron. So this, like resetting this, is on you as the quick clearing AoE control mage. You need to have more like cognizant awareness of this at this elo. So like as you're trying to progress, this isn't something like I addressed before because like I said, you just needed to focus more on fundamentals. This is more of an intermediary to advanced technique. So as you start to like develop and grow in your lane, you need to start having conscious awareness of your side lanes. This is what you're going to need to improve on to progress to the next rank or to the next division. Map pressure, and I mean more than just mid lane, because it seems like most of this match you're just really hard locked into mid. I could see an argument for Zhonya's Rabadon. I can't see an argument for Rabadon Zhonya's. I can't see an argument for Banshee Zhonya's. No. If you're going to build, either way, Zhonya's is the next big ticket priority item, because what we have to look at right now is the king on the chessboard is the Velkoz. It's the most important player as far as objective control, wave management, clearing, helping the team catch up. Like the most gold value in the game is loaded onto the Velkoz. We have to keep the Velkoz safe, and we can't just completely leave it up to our shitter plat teammates to do that. So we have to take some initiative and build a Zhonya's. Yeah. You see, this is, I don't necessarily agree, like, team fighting in general here. I think that it's a pretty strong micro error, like, as strong a micro error as you can possibly make to continue to ult a Cassiopeia that's walking forward towards you. You have to understand what she wants. Is she wants someone that's facing her so that she can ult them. That was awful. Oh my god. And at what better point is she going to get a free ult off than a Velkoz who's ulting her? Because you have to look at her to ult her. So you're just not taking enough into account of what the enemy team wants. Nice orange. What the fuck? Oh, this is nice. Little Baron security here. Oh, is he dead? No, he lives. Wow. How much AP do you have? Yeah, 261 AP and didn't kill him? Oh my Cassiopeia damage. I'm just trying to analyze this real quick. Yeah, so here you see team like backed off, right? And you continue to stay, and you're just basically opening yourself up for the 1v1. This is the kind of stuff that I pull with Cass, and it's what really allows her to change the game and get back into it. And if you don't present those opportunities to her, then it's very difficult for a Cassiopeia to carry a game. Even a decent Cassiopeia. I mean, it's like, that's something that you're going to learn as you climb. So I don't want to harp on it too much, but just know that these are the trials and tribulations that you go through when you're trying to climb. It's stuff like that. The stuff that you have to constantly be aware of other people have the ability to do to you. Oh, what? Okay. Okay, it's GP team. Keeping. Okay, good. Oh man, he tried. Yeah. Your side lanes are... What is this? Why can't I see minion level? Really weird. It's kind of rough to say here. You should have gone top to clear it out. Baron's on that side anyways. The biggest thing here is just constantly remember that you don't want to be in the lane with the ADC. Not only are you taking XP and gold off of yourself, but you're taking XP and gold off of the ADC, who's going to hyperscale carry you into late game. Oh, nice. Nicely done. You're pretty mechanical in the sense that you know how to judge your own damage. Yeah, they should be set, force it in a bot, and then as they go to rotate to clear it off, you should engage on drag. Or Baron, I mean. That's ideal, considering that you know how to dance. Oh, I thought you missed that. Hilarious. Yes, I mean, it's just come out clear, clear, clear. You're doing a great job of not overextending, helping your team to catch up. I think you're sacrificing a lot of CS in order to do roam. Sacrificing a lot of CS in your lane to help the ADC catch up, which is debatably okay. Your optimization looks pretty okay to me. I don't know. Huh. Well, I don't know why Jin Zhao's top right now. There are worse places that he can be on the mount, but not by much. Because he's not going to press this realistically by the time that this team fight's concluded. Yeah. Yeah, at this point you just need to try your best to keep them at bot, on bot side, but don't die doing it. Yeah, he built split pushing Jin Zhao, which is really interesting. Ooh, rough. How long did that have? Huh. Yeah, side lane manipulation is good. You should come out, get blue. Go over to guard Baron. Looks like you guys have Scuttle, so it's not that big a deal. You do need blue buff, though. You're really bad about your blue buff awareness. Oh my god. What? You're gonna take both? Okay. Yep. Okay, so what do we know, right? So we like take a mental stat shot right before we send this ult, right before we send this combo. We know that top lane's like really bad, but it's not like overly important because we have TP. But even if we didn't have TP, it's not overly important because there's nothing on bot side of the map that would be threatened by us having our top side pressed in. What is overly important is this. So this is a team fight that you want to take, but you want to take it in like 10 seconds when this wave is gone, and then this wave like meets another wave here. Okay, so this team fight is like, this is like plat anxiety, like high plat anxiety, or low plat, high gold anxiety. Your team's just diving in way too quickly. And it's not even because of this. It's because they recognize that the enemy team's out of position, but they don't know why. You're not doing anything for a reason. You're just doing it because you can. You need to have reason behind your action, a reason for everything. Yeah. See, this would have been a great time to Zonia's. Was during the Malphite ult. Yeah. Okay, so maybe more like 20-25 seconds. Either way, about a half a minute too early on the engage. If you guys hit engage like right now, then this wave presses up to meet with bot. And this is what you just have to constantly, like, at this point in the game, your mindset needs to just, like, obviously wave clear is automatic. You need to shift it over from trying to get kills to trying to pressure the map. Because at this point in the game, it doesn't matter how many kills you have. You can have 100 million kills. You can be full build. Full build at 33 minutes is not, like, it's not the end of the game. It's kind of quick, but it's not, like, automatically going to solidify you a lead. Like minion pressure will on side lanes. Yeah. So this is good. You find it finally takes some pressuring bot lane with Baron for you to go into your own solo lane. Yeah, I think with the pressure on mid right now, and yeah, Jhin on top, you definitely need to be going. So, yeah, this is most definitely your fault right here. Like, this jungle is not yours. Not when they have Baron and your jungler's on top lane. What in the hell? He just built split pushing Jhin Zhao. He's drawing pressure, but he's just doing it too soon. Not necessarily a bad play, like a death for an inhibitor turret, but at the same time, you're probably going to lose more than he gained. Alright, so we come out, we have Void Staff. Good time in the game to get it. They have plenty of MR. Let's keep in mind that Cassiopeia still didn't buy boots, so she'll be really easy to lock down. Yeah, and it's just wave clear. Just don't even leave steps. So at this point, you need to sell your refillable and focus on pink vision. So this needs to be pinked, and this needs to be pinked. Your refillable is doing negligible damage, or negligible health at this point. It's doing nothing. By the time that refillable actually kicks in and does its job, you're already dead, or too low for it to even matter. You're going to back anyways. Yeah, and this is... A lot of this isn't on you necessarily. The team fights are going this way. We get Jin Zhao. Built split pushing build. I don't know what that is. I also don't know what that GP build is. I've never seen either one of those. Oh. He went Maw and Sterix Gauge, which does not stack anymore. It's probably this guy's probably using a MOBA Fire build from like late 2017. Worth a shot. Your GP is not overly bad. He just doesn't understand build paths. Your Xin Zhao is overly bad. There's some hope for your ADC. Your support is just like... I mean, it's a Zillion. His whole job is to just press R at some point before somebody dies anyways. Unfortunately, there's no one that he can just like reliably do that on. Oh, we got it. Nice. Yeah, you guys really are not entitled to this jungle. I guess with their top laner back you are. Oh my god, what? Jin. This is hilarious. Jungler for ADC would be nice, usually. I mean, it's not bad in this situation anyways. There's just so many ways that Jin can play this so much better. Primarily by not building like this, but what are you going to do? What? Okay. I think it's just plat frustration. My fish could play so. Yeah, with Kha'Zix and Vision on bot side, this is a great fight, but now we see that he's out of vision, so we have to be conscious of that. We should have Zhonya's up, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Nice. Yeah, top lane's pressing out well. Just need to get bot pressing and then go pressure Baron and then try to force a 4v5 or a 3v4 as two people peel off or one person peels off. Yeah, the overextension here requires you to just play way back safe. Because now you're kind of screwed. And this is just adapting to the monkeyisms. Like, as you move into the late game, you just have to become steadily less retarded and you can win. Good. Zhonya's would have been very nice. You have to like almost see it coming to be able to use it, you know? Because you're the king on the chessboard right now, and you getting caught out like this, first of all, being in their jungle in the first place where you're not entitled to be, and second of all, dying because you misused your itemization, it just opens up everything for them, and they can take anything they want for free now. You're the entire team, and that's the way you have to think when you're carrying games like this. Almost GP. Yeah, your team is inting hard right here. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, going in when you see key ability is down is fine. But you're just constantly in this cycle of 4v5 because Jin's either dead or coming back and the rest of the team is out. And he's trying to overextend now because he thinks you guys are overextending. It's just a type of player that, I don't know, can't really read the map at all. I would like to see, because I think you're playing it by building last item Zonia's a little too safe. With you being the most important piece on the board right now, you have to be a little more aggressive. Like, I used to play this way too, with the whole mentality was that I'm the only one ahead, so they're going to focus me really hard and I need to try and stay alive. And in reality, you just don't go in at all. You don't even show in team fights. You take a pink and you sit on top of it, or you sit where you know they don't have vision, and you just stay so far out of vision that you basically make them anxious enough to where they have to engage eventually, and then you show and blow your combo. You don't have to build this defensive. You just like limit yourself. Cassiopeia didn't build defensive, and now she's ahead of you because of that reason. But she also played it more or less correctly. She has a lot of deaths, but you get my point. Yeah. And unfortunately, you sometimes do get games like this, but there was a lot of things you could have done differently this game. Yep. They have Baron, so I mean, all we're really trying to do is just continuously clear, manipulate. And bot lane is amazing right now. Like, this should never happen when they have Baron, but it is, so roll with it. Stall. The entire objective here is just not to get caught out. No risky plays, nothing beyond tower. Yeah, just defense, defense, defense. Okay, that's nice. What am I watching? The TP. The third TP of the game. Yes, at 45 minutes. Oh my god, nice. Yeah. Really nice. You just didn't show until they got so anxious that they engaged, and you were able to deal your damage. Please tell me you guys just finished it off here. God, this game is giving me anxiety. No, you're supposed to just sit back and zone as when you allow GP to mop up the Nexus. GP's supposed to not kill the fucking minions. He's supposed to just kill the Nexus. Oh, that was late. See, if he just focused the Nexus here, he'd be completely fine. Jesus, man. The Clown Fiesta. When this happens, just force, because GP has Triforce, so he's gonna take Nexus super fast. There's no reason to like super engage on Ez, just force him off with zoning abilities. Long range zoning abilities to allow GP to deal the damage. Aha. The expat guy. Okay. I mean, overall, you didn't do too poorly. You've adjusted your mindset a lot to when you get behind. No, you deserve the win. No, you definitely deserve the win. You deserve the win. Yeah. I think you completely deserve the win.